Is it possible to beat Minecraft while getting 0 advancements? Fuck. You can't build a nether portal, you're not allowed to eat food, and you can't even make a crafting table. Can we actually beat the game like this? Let's find out. The first problem we have to address is the crafting table. If I'm not allowed to make a crafting table, then how the fuck am I gonna make tools? And if I can't make tools, then how am I supposed to progress? But wait, not too fast. Let's actually read what the advancement says. The Minecraft advancement is only granted to you if you craft a crafting table, not when you use it. That means if I find a naturally generating crafting table that already exists in this world and use that, then I don't get the advancements. Okay, that's cool and all, but how do I find a naturally generating crafting table? The answer is structures like the village. So I started exploring and then found a horse giving head to an iron golem. Very cool. I continued exploring and found a desert village, and inside the desert village was a crafting table. Awesome. Now that we have the crafting table solved, it's time to deal with our next issue. Food. What am I gonna do when I get hungry? I'm not allowed to kill mobs, and I'm not allowed to eat food. The answer? Peaceful mode. Now that we have that problem out of the way, it's time to address our next issue. Iron. Iron is essential to our progression. We needed to make a bucket and a flint and steel to later build a nether portal. And yes, there actually is a way to build a nether portal without getting the advancements. But to actually obtain iron, there's only a few methods. First is mining iron ore with a stone pickaxe. But to make a stone pickaxe, we're gonna have to mine cobblestone, which grants you the Stone Age advancement. So that's a no-go. The second method is to kill an iron golem, but killing any entity grants you the adventure advancement. And to make matters even worse, even if the adventure advancement didn't exist and we were able to successfully kill the iron golem, simply picking up iron grants you the acquire hardware advancement. So now you might say, how are we gonna get iron if we can't get iron? That's a very good question, and believe it or not, there actually is a way. So now you might say, sorry, what I meant to say was first find a ruined portal and then loot the ruined chest. All you actually need are 27 iron nuggets. Go to the crafting table and then craft your iron nuggets into iron ores and then immediately craft it into a bucket. Because we technically didn't actually have iron ingots in our inventory, we can dodge the acquire hardware advancements. But not too fast. We can't use this iron to make a bucket. Instead, we need to make a hopper. I'll explain why later on. But right now, I'm just exploring structures to find iron nuggets. I eventually found 45 nuggets, went back to the village, and made a hopper. Then I funneled out 3 iron ingots from this blacksmith chest onto the chest boat. I rolled the chest boat back to the crafting table, and now we can make a bucket. First, I put the iron onto my offhand, and then using a tick perfect menu transition, I was able to get the iron from the chest boat onto my crafting menu. Doing it this fast allows me to dodge the iron advancement, and now we're able to make a bucket. Alright, now that we actually have a bucket, we can move on to building a nether portal, but that also comes with a problem. Typically, to make a nether portal, you would go to a lava pool and use water and lava to build the portal. But the thing is, picking up lava with your bucket grants you the hot stuff advancements, so we can't use lava. Is there any other way to make a nether portal? Well, obviously, we can't have obsidian in our inventory. That gets you the ice bucket challenge advancements. And also mining obsidian requires a diamond pickaxe, and I don't need to explain why we can't do that. Well, we also could try finding a ruined portal that's pre-built, but that's like a 1 in a billion chance. So it seems like there's no way to actually build a nether portal. Except, I kind of lied earlier. Sure, you can't pick up lava, but nothing's stopping you from picking up water. If I'm able to find a lava pool that's 5 blocks deep, then I can just carve out a nether portal using like the lava blocks, and then simply place water next to the lava blocks to turn them into obsidian. Deep lava pools are not going to spawn in the surface, they only spawn underground. So I began digging, and accidentally collected stone.
Bruh.
No! Yes! Oh my god, I got blessed again! Obsidian? Oh! No. No! In case you didn't notice my wolf cries, let me explain to you why I'm so distressed. This is the anatomy of a nether portal. It is 3 blocks tall and 2 blocks on the roof and 2 blocks on the bottom. Obviously, we need the top 2 blocks to be obsidian. Take a look at these 2 blocks here. Notice a problem? It's not lava, so it can't be turned to obsidian. I have to remake the portal. I picked another location and began the whole water bucket cycle again. This time, I successfully built the portal and lit it up. So, I went to the nether. And to my luck, I spawned right next to a nether fortress. Unfortunately, simply going to the Nether grants you 2 advancements, and to my knowledge, those 2 advancements are genuinely inevitable. Technically, we failed the challenge already, but fuck you. Anyways, my next goal is to get blaze rods. To do this, we need to find a blaze spawner in the fortress. But you see, entering the Nether fortress grants you the terrible fortress advancements. So I can only build up next to the fortress, and then once I'm up, I can only bridge around outside the perimeter. No! I touched the fortress, so I have to restart. I loaded up a backup world and went back to the Nether. Here is my plan to kill blazes. First, wait for the blaze to voluntarily come out of the fortress and fishing rod it into a hole. I'm not allowed to kill any mobs. That will grant me the monster hunter advancement. Instead, we're gonna use piglins. By standing in this position, the piglins will get aggravated and shoot their arrows at me. The blazes will be placed in the middle above a hopper. So when the piglin shoots, the blazes get damaged. Except, slight problem. If it was only the piglins killing the blazes, then it would not drop a blaze rod. The player must kill it for it to drop a blaze rod. That leaves us with a question. Is it possible for me to kill the blaze rod without getting Monster Hunter? The answer is surprisingly yes. Monster Hunter is only granted to you if you register the finishing blow. So if I hit the blaze and let the piglin do the finishing blow, then I can dodge Monster Hunter and get the blaze rod. So first I trap the piglin into a hole. Yes! Yes! Ah! Oh no 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 no! Oh! Oh my god! It was an obsidian! Then I built a protective structure around the blaze spawner. And then I waited for a blaze to come down. No! Oh! 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 Yeah! The trap actually started working. The blazes would come down, I would punch them once, and then the piglins would finish them off. Except for this time, when I flew a little too close to the sun. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... No! I'm just gonna take the L. Anyways, after 3 hours of grinding, I got 7 blaze rods. I funneled the blaze rods into a chest boat and took the chest boat back to the overworld. Using fishing rods, we can raise the chest boat up blocks. And you know what I did next? For whatever reason, I decided to light up the chest boat. This might be one of the most brain-dead blunders of the run. Do not ask me why I did this. I don't know. Go back to the Nether, build up to the fortress, collect the hopper, go back to the overworld, collect the chest boat, making sure not to pick up the blaze rod, block it off, place hopper there, funnel the blaze rods back to the boat, and we're back to where we started. I'm gonna kill myself. I built a bubble elevator and sent the chest boat back to the village. Our next goal is to get ender pearls, and we're gonna get that through piglin bartering. But wait a minute, isn't that an advancement? Surprisingly, no, it's not. Trading with piglins is not an advancement. O Shiny is granted to you only if you trade with a piglin while not wearing gold armor. If you do wear gold armor, the advancement's not granted. So I went around the world collecting gold, mainly through blowing up gold blocks with TNT. After that, I went back to the Nether, found a piglin, and threw all my gold to it. I placed a hopper below the piglin so that the items it spits out would not drop into my inventory and give me random advancements. Half an hour later, the piglin finishes trades, and we got a stack of ender pearls, plus a little bit more. Yeah, somehow that's not an advancement. I don't know. Next, I did the same strategy with the iron earlier. Place the blaze rod on your offhand, switch to the crafting menu UI really fucking fast, and then place your blaze rod onto the crafting menu, dodging the advancement of possessing a blaze rod. And now we can craft an Eye of Ender. And last time I checked, there was no advancement saying you can't possess an Eye of Ender. I threw my Eye of Ender and began searching for a stronghold. Yo! I don't know if you guys see this, it's kind of dark right now, but that's a stone brick. After a bit of searching, I found the stronghold. But I'm not allowed to enter the stronghold. That grants you the I Spy advancement. Here's a problem. I have to find the portal room while not being allowed to enter the stronghold. Have you ever tried finding the portal room just normally? That shit takes forever. I have to do this through digging the walls. Do you guys see the problem here? Wait. No. Nah! What? Ayy! That's right. I found the portal room of the stronghold all while dodging the I Spy advancement. All I need to do is actually enter the... No. No. I did all this work just to get the... No! No! That's so dumb. I'm not gonna restart it. No. Nah, I'm like 24 days in. I'm not restarting. No, I'm not restarting. I think we should keep our heads up high. We at least dodged all this, the Nether stuff. I think that's pretty good. Anyways, boys, let's go to the end. Woo! I've never cycled the dragon with a bed before, but like, how hard could it be? What? Oh my god. Ah! my god! Alright, here's a little confession. I have never one cycled the dragon before with beds. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, be on this one. No, no, no. Oh my god! With the wooden shovel! Come on! With the wooden shovel! With the wooden shovel! Let's go! Hey! The challenge is over! Oh. This looks so nice. I'm gonna collect this. Yay! There we go. I beat Minecraft with 0 advancements. If you don't count these 7. Nah, this shit took way too long. Back to the short videos, man.